This woman stood up to gender norms by naming her son Vage. How to say you want your kid to shoot up a school without saying it. Where do prisoners joke off? My buddy was in jail for 2 weeks. He said everyone beat off in the shower. Said they referred to flip-flops as spam skis. Notice to cease and desist. We're being sued by an architect for building the earth in Minecraft. If I was rich enough, I would buy everything building this to you and give you permission to build it. Unfortunately, because of Cupid, my human trafficking business really fell off quick, and I'm not as baller as first promised. Alright Arizona. This is a new one for me. I've got a baby rattlesnake in my bathroom. What do I do? Pull your pants up, bro. Horses and donkeys are 2 full chromosomes apart and can make offspring. Humans and chimps are only chromosome apart. There have been no real efforts to create offspring with a chimp. Who's taking one for the team and ducking an ape for science? Humans anyone. That crosses the line. Gordon Ramsay causes outrage on TikTok as he rubs his hands with glee and utters yummy yummy while selecting a lamb to slate air. Oven time. Gordon Ramsay 1942. Just as the smoker does not know which cigarette gave him lung cancer, the masturbator does not know which masturbation pledged his soul to Beelzebub. Now I'm pretty sure it was the one with a special needs chick getting strapped over a log so the horse could shove her guts out her mouth. Name an anime character who can defeat Master Uruguay. Plastic straw. Men who pay sitting down. Why? Because I'm in a wheelchair. Puffed excuses. Just use the shock vac. The strip survivor and the man who rip her have teamed up to tell their story. Best thing I ever did. Didn't even go to jail. She was tight as duck too. Anyway, Sarah, you wanna add anything? $70,000 CEO Dan Price resigns after allegedly grabbing woman by throat. Is that a POV image? Our parents caught us having sex. What do I do? Cows are friends, not food. Name one cow you're friends with. Your mom. Oh shut my bad, I've been eating mothers for years now, I thought they were food too. What's something you can say during sex, but also while making a cup of tea? Man always knows how I like it. Little Timmy got lost in a minefield. Where is little Timmy? Everywhere. I know that joke was a bit dark, but at least it got real bright for half a second. He will be missed. McDonald's will soon reopen its locations in Ukraine. Haven't the people of Ukraine suffered enough? Shame he's dead. Imagine if we had him on the Joe Rogan podcast. We tried our best to save him. If you could have one superpower with no restrictions, what would you pick? Teleportation. Okay, so this isn't the one I would choose, but imagine being able to give an orb sum to anyone at will. You could ducking destroy your enemies by giving them an inconvenient orb sum, or by giving them so many orb sums they are crippled by the sensation. I don't know, I feel like Camus. Mini skirts are so fun, like oops my ace is out. Imagine guys did this and were like hee my balls are out. Groom plays Lex tape of his bride in bed with brother-in-law on wedding day. Divorce speedrun any % win rate. 1 hour woman crying and sobbing sound. This is my gym music. Did you know that the villagers are actually representations of Jews? They are greedy and have long noses. That's so much head that it may as well be a blowjob. The amount of wedding rings removed from Holocaust victims before they were ex-cutted. Some blue hedgehog got hit real bad over that box. What's the weirdest thing you saw as a kid? I was told Santa was not real, but one late Christmas Eve, I once saw Santa save my mother's life. She was on the bed with her legs in the air screaming "Oh God" over and over again. My father was not home, so thankfully Santa was early. He was on top of mother holding her down, so God couldn't take her. I also learned that night my Uncle Jeff is Santa, but I was told to keep that a secret. My girlfriend is forcing her religion on me. She does not accept that I'm not Christian. I'm tired of her trying to make me go to churches without my family knowing. and when we are just spending some time together she starts to read the Bible to fix me. I believe in God, but just not in the same way she does. It's all the same, just snack it up and go. Let her snack you up and then go. When did you realize that Twitter was crazy? Oh shut. A girl committed suicide by jumping in front of a train after a video of her having sex with the football team leaked. Someone quote tweeted the article, "Live by the train, die by the train." In the wave pool at a water park, person sees dark object at the bottom. Picks it up to see what it was. Urge shut. So the guy throws it as hard as he can with it breaking apart and splattering so many people. Edit. Thank you all very much. I wasn't the one who threw it, but it was one of the people in my group. Frag out. Incoming. 15-year-old sister wants to slash, has converted to Islam. Hi all. Really struggling with the situation here. My 15-year-old sister has become obsessed with Islam and is determined to convert, or already has. My mom and I are extremely worried about her and think it's because of peer pressure. There's a boy she likes who is Muslim, and it does seem like he's pushing it on her. Take her out of school. Isolate her from her peers that are pushing this. Show her the horrors of radicalization until she understands what is happening. Type Bobs are and let your keyboard continue it. Bobs are chips. Bobs are in my pants. Besticles. When I entered junior high I got bullied by some of the oldest girls. One of them was the worst. She would call me Nazi things and so on every day. I told my then boyfriend's sister and she told me to tell her that at least my parents were not first degree cousins. Turns out her parents were cousins. Got married. Had her and her brother was born with a birth defect on the hand. One day I told her this. She turns around, begins to cry and says, "Family's off limits." And I said, "Hell no Butch. You started this. You snack it you owe." That was the last day anyone bowled me. I mean, family clearly wasn't off limits. Neat Girls gets 500 likes in 5 minutes. Let's see how much veteran can get. Maybe if the veteran was neeked. What's stopping you from killing yourself? Loving life. I survived the last few attempts. Just keep trying, it's gonna work eventually. OnlyFans girls and the tragic future of women. More than 100 years of fame meant some still lead to frosty to shine. Damn the progress we have made. The girl I like. My flirting skills. Your skills are for kids. Try on them. Sir. Hit me up with that classy. Edit. I deeply apologize. Wrong sub. Dancing in the moonlight, but you're raiding Bean Dadin's compound. This brings back some memories. So if the parents go back together then the child dies. Do girls who are virgins exist? Yeah. They are usually like 5 years old. What happens after 5? I find them. Daughter enjoys to torture bugs. Hello. I'm the father of a 16 years old daughter and I'm kinda worried about her behavior. Even though she is a nice girl in general, she seems to enjoy killing and torturing bugs. Even outside when they aren't nuisance. She casually steps on insects whenever she sees one. But the thing that made me post this was that yesterday I saw her burning a butterfly alive with a lighter in our backyard and she seemed to smile while doing it. I don't like this behavior from her. Even though they are bugs, it seems cruel and unnecessary to torture them just for fun. How should I approach this? Wear a butterfly costume and wake her up at 3 AM with a butcher knife, growling about revenge. I did that to my kids. They won't even look at bugs. Problem solved. What is the first thought you get after Orbsum? Who are these people? Where am I? Sleep. Ugh. Now I have to clean this up. I need to stop doing this frequently. Okay, well now what? Okay. Now let's continue the autopsy. Invented a chess opening called the Lover's Gambit where you toss the pieces aside and start kissing your opponent on the table. I think I know how humans can beat supercomputers at chess again. I don't have enough RAM for this. Stockfish gasped as my lips found the monitor. I'll do the ramming for both of us from now on, I replied. What's a place that's easy to enter but hard to exit? Mexico. Rate my grandma's setup. Damn, grandma's setup is on fire. Like how we cremated her. Girls, what is something guys does that are cute without them realizing it? Tax evasion. Now we are talking. You should only be in your mom's coochie once a lifetime. Any more and you deserve to be sent to the pits of hell. So you're saying people who were born via C-section have a chance? Cursed thread. Germans, Indians, and Filipinos, the moment any post even slightly mentions their country. I'm German and Indian. Heel Gandhi. You died and you were shown your endgame life stats. Which stat are you gonna be looking for first? Michael/death. How does one measure the circumference of a veg? Pie. Cream tie. Sentience comes from experience. This battle droid must have missed its memory wipe. Battle droids were rarely wiped to save money. I too rarely wipe to save money. Everything makes sense now. If you see a unicorn, you are left-brained. If you see an elephant, you are right-brained. What if I see two bears clicking each other while my dad embates from the corner of the room? You have seen the future. The duck did I just read? Top comment decides my next video upload. Now. I wanna make her exhaust pipes rendered unusable. When you find porn stars that are younger than you. How do you think I feel? This applies to me, and I'm 14. Worker honeybees have different jobs according to their age. 1 to 2 days old. Have the job to clean the cells, and they start with the one they were born in. They also keep the brood warm. 3 to 5 days old. Their job is to feed old larvae. 6 to 11 days old. They have the responsibility to feed the youngest larva. 12 to 17 days old. They are producing wax, carrying food, building combs and have undertaker duties. 18 to 21 days old. They are protecting the hive in trance and have guard duty. From 22 days to the end of their life. At around 40 to 45 days. They fly from the hive and collect pollen, nectar, water, etc. Bees understand using child labor is integral to success. I didn't ask for your opinion. Tommy. Restaurant. Kids under 12 eat free. Dad. He's 11. Me. Actually I'm 90. Dad. Restaurant. Couples get a 2 for 1 discount. Dad looks at me. Me. She. Amber Heard reportedly offered $10 million to star in an adult movie. It was inevitable. Should be a Pirates parody. From Johnny Depp to Johnny Sins. My nut has led me to places I wouldn't even go with a gun. When I was in my prime honey years, I, a white man of about 22 to 23, drove into the housing projects to meet up with this Puerto Rican girl I had met at the bar a few weeks ago. We are talking fence around the area and a security station letting people in and out. The security guard wouldn't let me in for my own safety. I didn't understand then, but I understand now. That housing project is called Sherman Hills. Google that shithole. I probably would have been robbed or shot, but I wanted to beat them cheeks. The power of heat. If you serve your kids frozen pizza or chicken nuggets for dinner, you are a terrible parent. I don't care how busy you are. Find the time to microwave them. I'll always find time to microwave my kids. The negotiations were short. Write any Star Wars quote, but add it to change the context. Good relations with the Wookiees. I have. Eating a girl out from behind. She had an amazing body. Still does. And it was awesome. Then without saying anything, she starts pushing my face away. I'm very paranoid/worried about doing anything to make my partner uncomfortable. So I just pulled a few inches away from her bed and started to ask, "Are you okay?" But then she let out a urged dart right as I was inhaling to speak. My nasal passages were open and this dart was forceful enough that I felt a hot, heavy gas hit the back of my throat and sink down. Then a few microseconds later, the smell hit me. Full on shut grade. Permeating my sinuses. I started choking and gagging and dry heaved a bunch. My girlfriend was so horrified she started crying. This was like 2 months into our relationship, so she thought I was going to leave her. But as soon as the nausea wore off, I just started laughing because the situation was so funny. We bring it up all the time now and still laugh. Alright, Twitter roast me. Let's hear some stuff I haven't heard before. You're pretty. That's the roast? You asked for something you've never heard before. Me making sure I know 20 Nirvana songs. Kurt's daughter's birthday and age shoe size before I leave the house with a Nirvana shirt on. You're a Nirvana fan. Name Kurt's favorite shotgun flavors now. Transgender people with Alzheimer's, whenever they go to the toilet. Where are they? Joke's on you. They don't get old enough to get Alzheimer's. Name a career you want, but the person who replies decides what you need to do to get the job. Female best inspector. Your first patient has to be your grandmother. Let's wrap up 2020 with a confessions thread. Confess your sins. I don't know, some old guy died in the cabin next door to us out in the middle of nowhere, and we stole his bones. My cousin has his femur right now. When I want to see some cute animals in r/I bleach, but I wrong a letter. I'm gonna check it out. It can't be that bad. Character development. Does anyone know how to apply for this show? Not for making blades, just as the kill test dummy. Sometimes I paint myself blue and lay at the bottom of the Republic pool and drag kids to their demise. LMAO. Relatable. Tease is too aggressive. Babs is funny and best sound formal. We need a new word. Sir. This is a Wendy's. So there is something on your chest. Basim also sounds formal, but in a seductive way, I think. Chest can be very easily confused for a literal chest. Boomka hunka bungaloo is too long and hard to pronounce and remember. Milkers can get you sued for sensual harassment. Is it? Is it really worth it? Shield potion law. What's your favorite physical trait in other people? Alive. Debatable. Dear strangers, whoever read this, may your parents live over 100 years. My parents burn me with cigarettes. You can shapeshift into any animal you have had sensual intercourse with. Duck, yes. Now I can shapeshift into your mom. Be close to a large body of water when you do. Whales can't live on land. In 2017, scientists began a global search to find a mate for Jeremy, a rare left-coiled snail, since his shell coiled in the opposite direction of most snails. His organs couldn't align with others. 2 contenders were found, but they mated with each other instead of Jeremy. Imagine being born with inverted cook disease, and scientists put out a search party for a thick gamer girl with a protruding catty to duck your negative nut space. They let Magic Johnson play basketball with full-blown HVI, but won't let Kyrie Irving play because he won't get a Cupid shot. Are you aware that NBA players do not have penetrative sex during a game? I must have downloaded the wrong video then. Would you do it? 68 traffic deaths this year. My friend. Don't you dare. Me. He actually wants to make it 420. I should not have joked about my McDonald's having a moth lab in the back. Feeling pretty sad today. Send your mama jokes to help me feel better. Your mama so old I told her to act her age and she died. Giving the Kardashians their old faces back. So much plastic that when they go swimming it counts as littering. Well, to be fair, they count as litter with or without the plastic. Cry if you cried. So exciting. American soldier returns to his pregnant wife from Iraq after he hasn't seen her for over 3 years. Just wait until the baby comes out a different color and he finds out it's a shiny. I once gave a kid a water bottle full of antifreeze and told him it was a chug jug. The police never caught me. LMAO. Scientists looking into 200 meters deep sinkhole in Chile that is growing bigger by the hour. Everything reminds me of her. The thought of a midget hiding under a car with a machete just to slash my Achilles and then proceeds to say, "How do you feel being smaller than me in more ways than one?" as he proceeds to whip out his 10-inch cook and beat me with it as I'm unable to run. Oh god, just thinking about it. What did I just read? The Last Supper by Adam Scovran. I must inform you that one of us is an imposter. That guy is Jesus. Shopping for patio furniture. Customer. Do you have something that will pass of my vegan neighbors? Salesman. Say no more. Wow, the imitation is really well done. It looks like stone. The butcher did a beautiful work. I matched with a stinky girl in a wheelchair. Should I go for it? Roll on into her DMs. Girls, what's the downside of being a female? Having to go to the secret cult meetings every month. I like how it starts at a slightly less deadly incline, so there's a chance someone will say, "Hey, I can make it." Then when they are too far to stop, the bottom falls out. Moving my sister's mattress today. Wonder what she stored under there. Right one looks like a mic. She's a singer. I've heard her singing late at night.